Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something called Kachō Fūgetsu. It's this beautiful Japanese philosophy, but it's also, well, it's a powerful training system for your mind. One that can seriously help us find some stability and deep insight in this crazy, fast-paced world we're all living in.
So let me just ask you, do you ever feel just totally burnt out? You're chasing deadlines, you're running through endless to-do lists, and it feels like your creative well has just completely run dry. If any of that sounds familiar, then this is definitely for you.
I mean, think about it. Our modern lives are all about efficiency and hitting our goals. We're basically taught to ruthlessly cut out anything that seems unnecessary, all in the name of productivity. But what if the real source of richness, of creativity, and even stability is hiding in plain sight? What if it's found in the very things that we've all been taught to ignore? And that's where this amazing concept, Kachō Fūgetsu, comes in. Literally, the characters translate to flower, bird, wind, and moon. But the deeper meaning, the real heart of it, is about training ourselves, cultivating this ability to consciously find and be moved by all the subtle, ever-changing beauty in the world around us. Now, this isn't just about, passively appreciating nature. Not at all. It's an active training system. The goal is to open what our source calls the mental shutter, a shutter that our efficiency-obsessed lives might have kept clamped shut for a very, very long time. But why do we even need this kind of training? I mean, why is it so hard for us to see the beauty that's literally right in front of our faces all the time? Well, it really comes down to our brain's built-in filtering system. See, most of the time, we're stuck in efficiency mode, scanning the world only for information that relates to our goals and tasks. This mode actively blocks out stuff it thinks is unnecessary, things like the color of the sky or the scent of the wind. The whole goal here is to learn how to consciously switch over to sensibility mode. And look, this is not just about appreciating the four seasons if you live out in the country somewhere. Not at all. Kachō Fūgetsu is about developing a heart that appreciates change no matter where you are. You can practice this in the middle of a city just by noticing how the sunset reflects off a building, or the way light and shadow shift throughout the day. So how do we actually do this? Well, our source material lays out this really clear three-step system. First, we're going to learn how to shift our mental filter. Second, we'll explore how to put words to the beauty we find. And finally, we'll see how to make this practice a real foundation for mental richness. All right, let's jump right into step one, shift your filter. This is all about intentionally creating a little bit of playtime for your senses, giving yourself a break from that constant pressure to achieve. Here are 3 super simple exercises you can literally start today. Try a 3-minute observation trigger. Just to get up and for 3 minutes, focus only on the light, shadow, and color you see outside. Or you could do a sound detox. Turn off the music, take out the earbuds, and just listen. You can even try a tactile meditation by really focusing on the feeling of, say, a coffee cup in your hands. The author of our source material shares a great personal example. Even though their work is all about efficiency, they find balance by enjoying the sounds of Japan's seasons. This conscious act of listening for the chirp of a bell cricket, that's an example of furyu, a term that kind of means a refined artistic elegance. It's beautiful. And that leads us right into step 2, capture the moment. So once you start noticing all these beautiful little details, what's next? The idea is to capture them, turning a fleeting observation into a lasting source of creative fuel. Here's the key. Don't just let that feeling of awe pass by. You want to turn it into a mental asset using language. So instead of just snapping a photo, try writing a short, poetic phrase about the moment. Then, you can try linking that feeling to your work. And finally, by accepting that the moment is gone, you actually build a desire to go out and find the next one. The author shares this amazing personal example from their own practice of writing haiku. This poetic form is like perfect training for capturing a whole feeling in just a few words. Just listen to this one. White breath, connecting hands, grow warm. In just a few words, it perfectly captures that feeling of human connection on a cold day. It's powerful stuff. Okay, and now for the final step. And honestly, this is where the whole practice becomes truly transformative. Step 3 is about moving beyond just observation and turning this into a deep source of self-esteem and confidence. The whole idea is to completely reframe your self-worth. So whenever that little voice of mental poverty pops up, the one that says, I don't have enough time, or I'm not talented enough, you counter it. You say to yourself, Today, I noticed beauty. I am rich. And then when you share that beauty with others, you help circulate that feeling of richness. The author points to something we all see every day, people sharing photos of a beautiful sky or interesting clouds on social media. Sharing the Kachō Fūgetsu that you discover has the power to enrich not just your own spirit, but the spirits of everybody who sees it. And this all leads to a really profound realization. Think about it. Material possessions, status, all of that can be lost. But this ability to be moved by beauty, that deep sensibility, that is a form of wealth that no one can ever take away from you. And that is a source of true, unshakable confidence. So, just to recap the system, this isn't some quaint little hobby. It's a way to heal our efficiency-obsessed minds. You shift your filter to see beauty, you articulate the moment to spark your own creativity, and you cultivate that mental richness as the very source of your self-esteem. So I'll leave you with this question to take into your day. Starting right now, what small, beautiful change are you going to notice? What will be your Kachō Fūgetsu today?